Have you ever remembered something so vividly, only to find out it never happened? Welcome to the world of the Mandela effect, where collective false memories make us question our reality. In this video, we'll explore 10 mind-bending examples that will leave you wondering what's real and what's not. We start our countdown with a curious case that has puzzled many, the Berenstainbears. Many of us grew up reading about the adventures of the Berenstainbears. But wait, it's actually spelled Berenstainbears. How could so many people remember it differently? The Berenstainbears example is one of the most famous instances of the Mandela effect, sparking countless debates and discussions. So, why do we remember it as Berenstein? It could be because Stein is a more common suffix in names, leading our brains to make an automatic association. Whatever the reason, this curious case continues to intrigue and mystify people around the world. Next, we explore a curious case involving Mr. Monopoly. Picture him in your mind. Does he have a monocle? If you said yes, you're not alone. This widespread false memory has left many people puzzled. The Monopoly Man example is one of the most famous instances of this phenomenon, sparking countless debates and discussions. So, why do we remember him with a monocle? It could be because monocles are often associated with wealthy, old-fashioned characters, leading our brains to make an automatic association. Next, we delve into one of the most iconic lines in movie history, often misquoted as "Luke, I am your father." When in reality, Darth Vader never uttered those exact words. The actual line is "No, I am your father," raising the intriguing question of how this misquote became so deeply ingrained in our collective memories. One possible explanation is the addition of Luke makes the quote more specific and immediately recognizable, providing context that helps people recall the scene more easily. And this alteration is further reinforced by cultural references and parodies, embedding it even deeper in our collective memory. Another iconic movie scene often cited in discussions about the Mandela effect is the famous line from Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Many people remember the evil queen saying, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" However, if you revisit the film, you will discover that the actual line is, "Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?" One specific theory for why magic mirror is often replaced by mirror involves the catchiness and simplicity of the latter phrase. The repetition of mirror makes it more memorable and easier to recall, especially for children who are a primary audience for fairy tales. Additionally, the original Grimm brothers fairy tale, written in German, uses the phrase Spieglein, and der Wand, which translates to mirror, mirror, on the wall. This version might have influenced the collective memory, even though Disney's adaptation used magic mirror. Another example often cited in discussions about the Mandela effect is Pikachu's tail from the Pokemon series. Many fans distinctly remember Pikachu having a black-tipped tail. However, if you look at official images and episodes, you'll find that Pikachu's tail is actually all yellow with a brown patch at the base. One suggested reason for this false memory is the similarity between Pikachu's ears and its tail. Pikachu has black-tipped ears, and this visual detail might have been mistakenly transferred to its tail in people's memories. Additionally, Pikachu's pre-evolution form, Pico, has a completely black tail, which could further contribute to the confusion. Our next example is the smile of Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa. Some people believe her smile looks different now compared to how they remember it. They recall her having a more neutral or even frowning expression, whereas today, she appears to have a subtle, enigmatic smile. One suggested reason for this false memory is the ambiguous nature of the smile itself. Da Vinci's masterful technique creates an illusion where the smile seems to change depending on the viewer's angle and focus. When you look directly at her mouth, the smile appears less pronounced, but when you look at her eyes or from a different angle, the smile seems more evident. Next, does the Kit Kat logo have a hyphen between Kit and Kat? If you said yes, you are experiencing the Mandela effect. The Kit Kat logo has never had a hyphen. One possible explanation is the power of suggestion and the way our brains fill in gaps. The space between the T in Kit and the K in Cat might create an illusion of a hyphen, especially if we're not paying close attention. Another popular example is the spelling of the air freshener, Febreze. Many people remember it as Febreze, with an extra E, however, the correct spelling is Febreze. This common confusion might stem from the way our brains process familiar patterns. We're used to seeing words like breeze, which naturally leads us to add that extra E when recalling the brand name. This phenomenon is a classic case of the Mandela effect, where collective false memories create a shared but incorrect recollection. Our next example is the fruit of the loom logo. Does it include a cornucopia? Many people remember it that way, but the logo has never featured a cornucopia. This widespread false memory might be due to the association of fruit with a cornucopia, a symbol often linked to abundance and harvest. Our brains might fill in the gap with this familiar image, leading to a collective but incorrect recollection. Our last example is the theory that Nelson Mandela died in prison. Many people remember hearing news of his death in the 1980s while he was still incarcerated. However, Nelson Mandela was released from prison in 1990 and went on to become the president of South Africa. This widespread false memory might be due to the significant media coverage and global attention on Mandela's imprisonment, which could have led to confusion and the blending of different events in people's minds. Now that we've explored these fascinating examples, let's dive into the possible explanations. One explanation is the concept of false memories. Our brains sometimes create memories of events that never happened. This can occur due to the blending of actual memories with suggestions from others or media. Another psychological explanation involves cognitive biases, which are systematic patterns of deviation from norm or rationality in judgment. For example, the confirmation bias leads us to remember information that confirms our preconceptions. On the more speculative side, some believe that the Mandela effect is evidence of alternate realities or parallel universes. According to this theory, our memories are correct, but they come from a different timeline or reality. Similarly, the idea of parallel universes suggests that there are multiple versions of reality, and sometimes our consciousness might shift between them, leading to discrepancies in our memories. These explanations, ranging from the scientifically grounded to the more speculative, offer a fascinating glimpse into the complexities of human memory and perception. What do you think is the most plausible explanation? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content.